Oh no, who is this?
The Mad God Shayagora! Do you feel?
This video is sponsored by Eniba.com, a fairly new online marketplace where you can get game keys and gift cards for PC, Xbox, PSN, Nintendo and much more. Check out the fantastic weekly deals with up to 70% off. Use the code Ikari during the registration to get another 3% off of every purchase and have a fun time gaming. Well, this is rich. Apparently, if I don't release any videos at all, I somehow get more views and subscribers than when I actually spam them. Maybe I should just crawl into bed and do nothing all day. But in all seriousness, it's been a couple of months since I released the last episode, so let's see a bunch of the accumulated best new mods. Anyway, somehow despite the longer time span, the mods don't seem that extraordinary. Let's start with a Warmup retexture as usual. JS Purses and Septims by John Skyrim is a, well, obviously retexture of all the coiny related things, meaning coin bags, single septims and gold piles. Available in 1K, 2K and obviously glorious 4K textures. Okay, but next coming up some really practical mods. Player rotation in ShowRaceMenu by Sky. While you spend hours fiddling around with your player characters, you can use the left mouse button to adjust the head direction. Everybody knows that. It is also possible to rotate the whole character by adjusting the camera settings. But it is obviously way more convenient to do it by simply holding down the right mouse button. And now you can do just that. And next, something for the performance. Skyrim Memory Optimizer plugins by DevourP. Skyrim is a 32-bit application and its memory management, at least for me, seems to be the main problem of CTDs still, despite all the EN boosts, memory patches and whatnot. So this is supposed to be our savior. There are 3 files. The first one you have to extract into the Skyrim folder, the second one is installed normally with your mods manager, and the third one is a fix for some errors I didn't have, so I didn't use it. And yeah, the game seems to be more stable now, but you tell me. Next, it's time to bring some animational variety into the game. There are a lot of new animation mods actually, but it's mostly just a replacer for one single thing. But there's also this, EVG Animation Variance by Ebonblade. So this plugin mod is for the dynamic animation replacer from episode 103. Finally something for that. This mod spreads all kinds of new animations to NPCs and also to the player character. The animations are based on personality types, conditions or are just randomly applied. For example, the elderly will look weak and slow compared to other folks. There are also a lot of new torch holding ways. And yeah, other things. So what we're going to do now is sitting here with our camera and waiting for someone to do something unusual. But as you might imagine, displaying this kind of mod is never easy, because NPCs very much prefer to wander around aimlessly and bump into things. You know what they say, sometimes it be this way. But enough with this, it's about time we start the preparations for our adventure. There are 2 new custom voice followers to accompany us. Dao of the Deadlands by Dama Karmelova. This somewhat unusual individual hangs out at the shrine of Maruna's Dagon.
I don't converse with meat. For the moment. You're pretty good, but don't pity me. I can crush skulls with the best of them, and I kill whenever I'm in the mood. Those are the things that are important to me.
She is very talkative and will play hard to get at first, but if you completed an impressive act, like killing Elduin for example, she will even call you Lord.
My lord?
Being an expert on horny girls, I instantly noticed that she is supposed to be a Dremora-inspired follower, although she seems a bit pale compared to the ones in this game, and also her dialogue lines seem a bit choppy because it's an edited one, this time based on Fura's lines from Dawnguard. Personally, she kinda reminds me of Kerrigan from StarCraft. Anyway, she has lots of chatter lines to go with her size and is well suited to keep any, I would say, not too lawful character company. And the second custom voice follower is SovietGirl by Kang Mina. Yeah, it's going to be hard to make this seem lore-friendly, because last time I checked, Mother Russia was not part of Tamriel.
Maxen, nie ma czym треба.
So I was about to say, cool, it's because it's a Korean follower, but I was wrong. I was so wrong.
Здравствуйте, меня зовут Кристина. А вы случайно не знаете советскую девушку?
Ой, remember. 진짜 녀석. I will make you an offer you can refuse. You wanna work with me? 돈 좀 벌어볼래, bro?
She does not speak Korean, she literally speaks whatever the quark she wants. Talking to this follower feels like sitting in front of a TV and violently switching between channels using a hoe on acid. You're just really starting to wish you could just tell her to shut up. Oh wait, you actually can. Yeah, I really don't know what to say here. This is definitely the weirdest custom voice follower I have ever seen. It's like, every time you think you have seen it all, something like this shows up. Whatever, I think I need a glass of Soviet vodka. Fortunately, next on schedule is something that does not require any special explanations. Weapons. Ebonblade War Axe by John Skyrim. An axe high on moonshine, so to say. Yes, it's really very bright. Looks like something from Warcraft. Next, some weapons from Gothic 3 by Ronnie Magnum. As already mentioned, Gothic 3 was one of the buggiest gaming experience to ever be programmed when it first came out. Seriously, the nerd should give it a try someday. The webs are okay though. Next, however, we have a weapon mod you should not skip under any circumstances, Animated Armoury by Knickknack. And this here is the DAR version, so another mod that requires the Dynamic Animation Replacer mod. We already had stuff like spears and rapiers with animations in the past, but this is definitely the most complete thing out there. Claws, halberds, quarterstaff, and all based on Skyrim's material, and with awesome unique animations. Top notch. In terms of armors, we also have a couple of grand ones. DX Succubus, another one by Deserter X. Oh cool, look at this, now we have 2 horny girls, we are making progress. The outfit just bursts with detail. It even says something about ridiculous K numbers. I don't know exactly how this stuff adds up, but yeah, sounds cooler that way. The next one is also probably something you don't wanna skip. Realistic Armor, another huge pack by North War UA. Yes, as we all know, we absolutely need extreme realism in this fantasy game with dragons and magic. I just don't seem to fully grasp it apparently, because this pack also includes a fur shield. So I am not sure if it's to keep your hands warm, or maybe because fur has such tremendously high protective properties, but I'm sure it works somehow. And yet another mod which will probably find its way into your mod list. Animated Wings Ultimate by Delta 6, ported by Witch King Greaser. It's not armor, but there is some equipable stuff. Okay, so are you ready for the truly ultimate winged experience? With over 60 different wings, normal wings, glowing wings, RGB wings, bony wings, with real dragon bones. You can just equip them, you can get them through mutagens crafted with alchemy, or you can get them through spells. Magical wings! They are fully animated and of course fully functional. You can glide by holding down the jump button, or you can truly fly by doing different things. Different! Except you need the flying mod enhanced for this to work, and for that you need the flying mod better. Yeah, you know, it would be too easy if it was standalone. And of course there are lots of menus to configure controls and other options. So what should we do with our beautiful new wings? Where should we fly? Here's an idea. The Lagoon by Old Saito Type 2. Wow, another tropical new island mod. Although land would be an exaggeration, it's just a couple of small islands with some NPCs on them. More something for a quick photo shoot rather than in-depth exploration. But there's more, and it's going to be kinda cheesy. Cheesemod for everyone by a bunch of people. A whole mod spinning around cheese, and I think you all know what that means.
You again!
He says kill. I kill.
So, undoing my finest work and ruining my vacation wasn't good enough for you, eh? You just couldn't stop at that, no. You had to try and starve me out!
Yep, the good old Shiogorath. And the cheese was his, and he is not pleased.
Well, I'm afraid I just can't let this slide. A transgression of this magnitude against a Daedric prince can't simply be ignored. What would the other princes think if I just allowed puny, tiny little mortals to masticate my most prized artifacts? I'd get uninvited to all our parties.
Yes, he actually talks quite a lot and is even willing to forgive our insolence if we get him some more, you guessed it, cheese.
That's why I'll tell you this. If you manage to collect one of every type of cheese and bring them back to me, I'll give you a deadly Daedric artifact. Ha! Try sleeping at night next to that cold, empty space in your bed. A deadly Daedric artifact would be, if you'd only gotten it.
And a lot of cheese to collect there is, really a lot actually. And so we make our way to search in every corner and every spot of Skyrim. Many are sold by vendors, but some can only be found and placed at specific locations. It's a lot of work, but don't forget, a juicy Daedric artifact awaits. So what are you waiting for? Chop chop! And this is it for this episode. The links to all mods are as always in the description below. Don't forget to endorse the mods you like. And if you like cheese, hit the like button and subscribe for more best new Skyrim mods. I thank you all for watching and see you around.